May the 2nd, it's a bank holiday Monday, and look at the weather. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely perfect for grass track, and as you can see from the circuit behind me, practice has already started. We're here of course at the Berks Bonanza, one title that many of our top riders would love to win. As I say, it's bank holiday Monday, we've got a cracking programme. It must be the first time this year that we've seen all the top sidecars together. We of course have got the added interest this year that the Berks Bonanza is being used as an international qualifier. I say an international qualifier, we've got riders from Czechoslovakia, from Germany, from France, from the UK as well. We're very well represented with UK riders. I think we're going to see some fantastic racing. It's all about qualifying for the European Grasstrack, so that's going to be important to them. But then when in the open racing, we've got the Berks Bonanza title to be claimed. It's going to be a big one to win. As you can see from the circuit, conditions are perfect. The track is a little bit on the big side, so I think that may play an interesting factor. And we'll watch to see what happens. And I know already, I've walked around the pits this morning and the tension is very high. We're going to wander off now and see if we can capture some of that tension that's in the pits. But believe me, a lot of the riders have already said to me many nights before that they want to win this year's Berks Bonanza. It's got the added interest that they can show how good they are to the FIM officials. Well, I mentioned that the tension would be high in the pits today. Obviously this is a big meeting, and as I mentioned earlier, perhaps the biggest meeting of all our top sidecar riders for the first time in the 1994 season. Of course, one of our top drivers is Mr. Roger Measor. I've had a chance to come over and have a speak with him. Roger, one of the main reasons for speaking to you today is obviously you've had a great hand in preparing this circuit.
Well, I haven't done too much work actually on the circuit because I've had a lot of engine problems, and so I've confined my efforts into trying to get the engine right to win on my home circuit.
Well, a nice little cliche to start the day off with, win on your home circuit. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of local support for you, but it looks to me to be quite a big circuit. Do you think that's going to play any important factors?
Well, no, I do like them. Actually, I like them to be the size it says on the regs, which is unusual these days. They all say they're bigger than they really are. But this, in actual fact, is about 650 yards, which is what they said it would be. And it's riding quite well. It's not as smooth as we expected, but it does seem to be quite safe. The bumps are in the right places to make racing quite interesting, I think.
Well, I think you're right. Of course, we've got the added bonus of seeing perhaps Ken Lane out for the first time. Do you think he's going to be a threat to you?
Well, fortunately, I don't think we meet in the heat, so we'll have to look out for him in the final. I hope he doesn't repeat his performance in his car, but let's hope he keeps on three wheels.
Well, of course, the other one that I've got to mention to you is the man that seems to just love winning this title is Alan and John Blewitts. I mean, have you seen much of them this season?
Haven't seen anybody because this is our first meeting. It's Alan's first meeting. Oh no, it's his second meeting, and I can't explain why he does so well here. I don't think he can either, but as long as he takes a prize money home at the end of the day, I'm sure he's very happy.
Well, he'll be happy, but we wish you the best of luck, Roger, and maybe we'll be speaking to you later in the day.
Hopefully, Jim. Thank you.
Last season, I was telling the whole of the crowd that one particular rider we were so sorry to see was retiring, but now here today at the Berks Bonanza, we find out that he hasn't actually retired. Ken Lane, I know it's a joy to see you out there again, but is this going to be just a one-off, or are there other meetings planned?
Yeah, there are other meetings planned, Jim. I'm intending to do the Masters 2 rounds and see how we go from there, really. But the reason I'm here today is because of all the controversy that's been going on a bit through the winter about one thing and another, and I feel that this year I'm going to try and defend the championship, which I never had the chance of doing last year.
Well, I think that's wonderful thoughts, Ken, because I know you're quite right, there has been a lot of controversy around the British Masters series. I think in principle most of us think it is a great series, and it's nice to see that you are going to defend it again this year. The other thing I've got to say to you though is that I heard a little whisper yesterday that certain passenger of yours is beginning to ride quite well himself as well, isn't he?
Yes, he had his first meeting on Saturday and he came third at Coventry, and of course I've got to try and put up with that now, haven't I? So.
Well, I think we've got to be careful that he doesn't start telling you where to go now, hasn't he?
Well, I've just been out and had a practice, and he can still do the job quite well, so he's. I'm not going to tell him anything at the moment.
And having come back from that practice, any thoughts for today?
Well, this is a brand new machine, brand new out of the box. I haven't practiced it or anything, and on the first practice going around there, I was well impressed with it. It was built on the lines by SGM for me, and built on the lines of last year's machine, and he's done a really good job. And I haven't had to order anything yet. I'm just going to try change the gearing and then go again and see what difference that makes. But
Well, Ken, I'm sure that I echo the thoughts of an awful lot of the crowd out there today. It's great to see you back here again, and we do wish you the very best of luck this afternoon.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much.
Well, I've already said we've got probably the biggest lineup of the top sidecars that we've seen so far this season. This, of course, being the Berks Bonanza, and a very good reason why everybody's here. One man that has got a lot of pressure on him this year is our reigning British Masters champion. Ivor, do you think that pressure is going to tell on you this year?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Just go and do what we always do. Just go and do our best. That's all you can do. So.
Well, I agree, that's all you can do. And of course, one little secret I do know of is that you possibly have learnt a lot in Australia. You had in the closed season a trip down to Australia. Do you think that's going to play an important part?
Well, we certainly hope so. We'd hate to think we went all that way, paid all that money and didn't learn anything. Obviously, I think it'll tell more on the smoother, harder tracks that tend to be slick than the grippy ones. But there's a few things we need to do to the bike yet. We haven't, finished. And it's not going to work today, for instance. We just have to see.
It's not going to work today. That's not the sort of thing I want to hear this time of the morning. There's a lot of crowd out there thinking that you're going to be the man to take the Berks Bonanza this year.
I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so, certainly.
Well, obviously, as the season develops, we're going to watch to see how the Masters comes out, but obviously you're going to be wanting to retain that title, and the final round being at Tunbridge this year, that might play an important factor.
That's probably where the pressure will come, because everybody will be, after the last two results we've had there, everybody will be looking for us for the same. But I think there's a few people have learnt from what we did at the burn-up. I see a few solid swinging arms and stuff around, so it'll probably be a bit tougher this year. But I enjoy riding there, and we do tend to go well there, so just keep our fingers crossed.
Well, Ivor, thanks for sparing the time to talk to us, and I wish you the very best of luck for this afternoon. It looks a superb track. Have you been out for practice already?
No, just waiting now. Just let them take the surface off a little bit first.
Well, always a tactician there, but we wish you the very best of luck, Ivor, and perhaps we'll be speaking to you later in the day.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Now, for the Berks Bonanza in the solo field as well as the sidecar field, and one man that I do know has had a very busy weekend is Steve Schofield. Steve, I understand that you rode in the British final last night.
Yeah, we had British final yesterday at Coventry, and here today I'm at Wolverhampton tonight, Poland tomorrow, and back to Paul on Wednesday, so it's pretty hectic for the next few days.
Well, that sounds pretty hectic to me. You must be going through some sort of really top-class fitness programme at the moment.
Mars bars and sweets and chocolate, as much glucose you can get down here, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but you got to sort of do it. It only lasts for 6 months, so you can sleep all the winter, can't you?
Well, you certainly can. I know a lot of your colleagues nip off to Australia and keep up their racing form over there, but if I turn my attention today, I mean, have you been out for practice yet?
No, not yet. We've had a lot of problems with the bikes. Things don't seem to be going our way at the moment, so we've had one engine go wrong straight away, and then we've had some problems with the other frame, etc. So.
Well, I'm sure you're aware that you are a lot of the crowd's favourite. So, I mean, when I look at that circuit out there, it looks very much along the lines of the sort of tracks we get used to seeing in France and Germany. Would you share that thought?
I haven't had a good look at it. I've only seen this bottom corner area, and it looks a little bit like it. Maybe the corners could be a bit bigger, etc. But yeah, they've made a good effort here, the Berks Club, and let's hope it goes off well for them.
Well, indeed, let's hope it goes well for them, but equally let's hope it goes well for you, Steve. Wish you the best of luck, and maybe we'll be speaking to you later on in the day.
That'd be nice, yeah, thanks very much.
Well, another one of the crowd's favourites, and that, of course, is, as you can see, riding number 32 this afternoon, Jeremy Doncaster. Jem, I know, like many others here this afternoon, you rode at the British final last night, and it was a quick jaunt down here today.
Yeah, it was. We've been pushed to get the bike ready, actually. We've been really struggling, and we've still got a hell of a lot of work to do on it, and really I just want to get a couple of laps in, and then we can start work on it.
Well, as I mentioned, I think there's a lot of the crowd going to be pleased that you are riding here this afternoon, and we know you just have changed speedway clubs, but do you think that'll have any effect on how you're going to feel about winning the Berks Bonanza today?
Well, yeah. I mean, so we weren't ready for it, and at one stage it didn't look as though I could ride here, so we didn't try and speed the progress up. So, but I should know a little bit more after practice, really.
Well, that's one that we'll be watching for. Obviously, I know there's a lot of the international riders here as well today.
We don't even know if it starts yet. It hasn't even been started, so.
Well, I think we better leave it to you, Jem, because obviously we'll be looking to see if it starts or not. We wish you the best of luck and hope to speak to you later on in the day.
what a great day we're going to have. First of all, we welcome Johan from Finland, our FIM steward, and our FIM referee, Roy Otto from Norway. And we hope they have an enjoyable afternoon and no problems at all. Delighted to see you here. Right then, we've got a presentation coming up. It's all being organised. And I think this is Colin Cross, who's also come along and keep an eye on us. Good afternoon, dear sir. I hope you're going to enjoy this. I guess this will be totally new to you.
Well, like that, it's the first time we've held an event here, and I hope it goes very well.
Thank you very much for enabling us to use the land. It's a great pleasure to be here. Well, Mr. Bill Wilson, the chairman of the ACU, is about to start the presentation, and I think first of all we'll present Colin Cross with well, it really is a pleasure to be here in this brand new venue. And right, here we go. I think now we're moving on up to the end. And who's going to be on the end? The big Australia banner in front of him, but Shane Parker. Come on, you can do better than that. Alongside him from the Czech Republic, youngster. And Daniel Berks from Holland. What's he doing behind the Czechoslovakian flag? Oh, never mind. Number 3, Peter Anderson from Denmark. Number 8, Thomas Boston from Sweden. There are all sorts of orders. Forget the ladies on the front. Stefan Dano. Good to see you. Number 14, Johnny Anderson. Number 12, Rick Mortensen. Number 2 from Germany, youngster. Number 17, Michael Strack. Number 10, Paul Hurry, the first for the Brits. Number 11, Colin White. Number 15, David Steen. And number 7, Andy Parker. Number 18 coming up, Ivor from France. Number 5, Eric Dreyer from Holland. And number 9, Gerard Khan, also from the Netherlands. Well, those are almost all of our international competitors. As you'll notice, we're missing one or two. But these are the guys who are going to be competing to go on in the European Grasstrack Championship throughout the afternoon. And we wish them all well. They'll all be keen to get back now to the paddock. They're going to circle on around the paddock. There's a lot of waving and looking for pushes and things, and they'll be way around one or two. There we go, Shane Parker leading the group. Berks Bonanza competitors, group coming down towards us. It would be nice, fellas, if you got the other ground. What a Colin. Well, there you qualifier, Vince Kitchen right there with him. One towards you. Man of those European finals. Rob Vincent, David Perry, not what's having fun doing out of this one, but there's Andy Chalmers. Big Bishop from Bristol. And Cunningham, also from Bristol. Quick young men for there. Gary Long from the Awards. Will Jones. Will knows all about European competition. Going again this year, of course, Clayton Williams coming towards us, a man who's won a European Championship, so he knows all about it as well. Just by the way, Doncaster has Steve Schofield alongside him. And behind there, the reigning European champion, Richard Mussen. Simon Wigg, Trevor Banks, Jeremy Doncaster on that brand new bicycle. Alongside him, and the man who won it last year, coming towards us, number 22, Trevor Banks. And it's Alan and John Blewitts with all the bounty on there. They were the winners of the last year. Stephen Gary Wright coming towards us as well. John Hiscock and Tony David still behind them. Leonard Ray Foreman. Number 98, Joe Bog and Joe Smith. So that activated loan for the day, great. 24 Roberts and 20 miles, of course. Number 90, Joe Kempany Clayton. Number 7, Ken Lane and Mark Edwards, are only part of the family. Number 1, Craig Cheeto and Clive Reynolds. Number 23, Gary Jackson and Colin Williams. That's Simon Wigg who's the driver in the front guys. Mike Keith and Ken Holyfield. Roger Measor and Shane Lapham are on a local support there. John Holsey and Joel Belair. Jerry Adams and Paul Batesby. Russell Lang and Paul Urycz. Number 15, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. Paul Ivor. Number 2, Steve Wall. And number 4, Bob Ross in the chair. There we are.
Next up, start position number 4. Sorry, riding number 4, start position number 5. They're away, and we have a red light.
Not a relay race, alright?
So here we go then. Let's hope we get a nice clean start this time. Gate goes up, a little bit of Daniel Bowick having a problem on this side, but down the inside, Jan Senegal makes a good start, but it looked to me as though Eric Dreyer also went there with him. And Hugh Gessner in trouble. Bad luck there, I couldn't see quite what went wrong, but he clearly didn't get very far at all, looking anxiously down on the clutch as though he was having a problem all the time. We'll pick him up then as they come towards us. It is indeed Eric Dreyer in front, Jan Senegal in second place, in third place Daniel Bowick, and tucked in behind him it's Kevin Buck. Across on the far side, Jan Senegal working away, going on. Just moved in. It's Eric Dreyer then with the green colours hanging on still. Jan Senegal seemed to momentarily get up alongside him, but he couldn't take the advantage, and Daniel Bowick then in third place. So in the green helmet right in front as they machine back to the paddock. One more lap to go as they head to the finish line. It's still Eric Dreyer with the advantage. Jan Senegal looking for it and looking once again for the way past. Still in third place, Daniel Bowick. And behind him, Kevin Buck. But across. And Jan Senegal in trouble now. Coast round and cross the line and take points. It remains to be seen. Eric Dreyer then it is who wins. Who's going to get the second place? Second place goes to Daniel Bowick. And in third place, Kevin Buck. And yes, Jan Senegal goes again. Mortensen's down the outside, but in the middle there it looked like Gerard Cock making a good start. And certainly as we look across, it's Gerard Cock with the white helmet colour who looks as though he's... and the challenge is coming in as they go round the bend by the paddock for the first time when they come towards us. And we're looking anxiously to see where Paul Hurry is. We expect him to be challenging by now. Gerard Cock goes by, Paul Hurry goes by him as the... Oh, so it's Paul Hurry in front, Gerard Cock in second place. That looks to me, looking across, so then, Paul Hurry, Gerard Cock, Mortensen I think up into third place. We'll pick them up. Paul Hurry then, Gerard Cock, and the battle on between Colin White, who was looking to go through into third place, but the Paul Hurry then going for home here as the last lap flag comes out. And it's Paul Hurry now with a considerable advantage over the opposition, headed by Gerard Cock. In third place, Colin White now, ahead of Reen Mortensen. Behind him, number 7, Andy Parker, and then number 8. Heading for home, the arena. Heading for a first place here. Victory then for Paul Hurry. Second place to Gerard Cock. In third place, Colin White. And behind him, Reen Mortensen. Then number 7, Andy Parker. And number 8, Thomas Androsson. Colin White. In fourth place, number 12, Reen Mortensen. In fifth place, number 7, Andy Parker. And in sixth place, number 8, Thomas Androsson. Well, in my list of riders, unlike the programme, it calls him Adronson, so I'm not quite sure who's right here, but I'm sticking with the original list. So there we go then, and a winner's time of 1 minute of 41.7. 1 minute 41.7. Stefan Dano, who looked really good in practice, coming up to the line. Well, Stefan Dano, who rides Speedway for Eastbourne and Valsarna Speedway in Sweden. He's been in 3 World Long Track finals, so he knows all about big international competition. On the outside, closest to us, it's Thierry Bouin from France. Shane Parker, number 13. You may wonder what an Australian is doing in a European Grasstrack Championship, but we have had Australians running in this competition, particularly if they're based in the UK, as so many of them are riding with British Speedway teams. Middle there, number 15, David Steen for the Zimbabwe exile who rides Speedway in this country. Caught a little bit of a crowd, got a wheelie, but it's got it away now. And, in fact, it's Johnny Anderson with the blue, is a little way back, so it's the green helmet out in front, and the green helmet is Michael Strack. And Dave Steen was trying to challenge and come through, so out in front is still Michael Strack. Stefan Dano in second spot and looking to try and close out. Michael Strack there as well. Going well, replacement rider coming in and really making the best of his opportunity to progress in the European Championship. So then, Michael Strack out in front. And a tremendous battle on there with Shane Parker coming through in to take second place. So Shane Parker then, ahead of David Steen, Stefan Dano in trouble. Out to practice this morning. So then, let's look to our left for the last lap flag to go out, and it's still Michael Strack with the advantage over Shane Parker. David Steen hanging on in that third place there, and Johnny Anderson in fourth. Germany. Coming around towards the checkered flag. Victory there for number 17, Michael Strack. Second place, Shane Parker. And in third place, David Steen. Michael Strack. In second place, number 13, Shane Parker. In third place, number 15, David Steen. In fourth place, number 14, Johnny Anderson. And in fifth place, number 18, Thierry Bouin. And the winner's time, 1 minute 42.4. 1 minute 42. Dean Garton in the middle there. What a good day for the young Cornishman yesterday in France. Rob Fortune sitting quietly in the middle there. And Mark Chessel circulating around behind. The gate goes up. Anisel makes a good start, but going away from the lot of them is Rob Fortune, and it appeared to be Rob Fortune at the best of the starts, but a little bit of a tangle on that bend, and Rob Fortune maintains the lead, only to be overtaken by Steve Schofield. Steve Schofield there. But Rob Fortune in second place. Vince Kinchin sitting there in fourth. There's a fallen rider on the bottom bend, but he's up okay. Steve Schofield then it is who leads. Jeremy Doncaster in that second spot. Jeremy with a brand new machine. Schofield then being stalked by Jeremy Doncaster as we look across. Rob Fortune in third place. Vince Kinchin in fourth place. Is Jeremy Doncaster going to try the long way around the outside? Not this time he isn't, because Steve Schofield's still in front. Rob Fortune still third. Then Andy Sell, then Vince Kinchin, then Mark Chessel. So Steve Schofield then. Big time, but here riding for the Berks Bonanza. Out in front, Jeremy Doncaster closing on him around that bend. One more lap to go. Still Steve Schofield from Jeremy Doncaster. Andy Sell yourself now in third place, of Rob Fortune in fourth. And Dean Garton in problem. Really closes up on the approach to that bend, and Donkey comes round the outside. Steve Schofield now goes for the finish flag, but Jeremy Doncaster is hard after him. Steve Schofield wins. Jeremy Doncaster in second, Andy Sell third, Rob Fortune fourth, Mark Chessel fifth, then Vince Kinchin. In first place, number 29, Steve Schofield. In second place, number 32, Jeremy Doncaster. In third place, number 50, Andy Sell. In fourth place, number 23, Rob Fortune. In fifth place, number 758, Mark Chessel. In sixth place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. And in seventh place, number 26, Dean Garton. And the winner's time was 1 minute 42.8. 1 minute 42.8, an average speed of 56.5 miles. Well, an unhappy Colin Earl on the far side there. Here we go then, race two, ready to get underway. That in the middle, Simon Giddings making a good start, but it looks to me as Stephen van der Helm made a better one, but as they go into the bottom bend, Stephen van der Helm has dropped back a little, but the challenge is on. Trevor Banks in fourth place, looking to move through, but already he's got a lot of work to do. So then, coming around towards us once again, it's Clayton Williams out in front, Glenn Cunningham in second place, then Trevor Banks, and then just behind him, Stephen van der Helm. So then, Clayton Williams, the man who won the European Grasstrack title back in 1980. Days competed in the World Long Track Championship, but good to see Clayton riding here today and going so well. Runner-up, of course, last year in this competition, Glenn Cunningham, the young Bristol rider in fact. Trevor Banks getting up to third. He's now ahead of Stephen van der Helm with Simon Giddings. So then, looking across once again, Trevor Banks third place, well ahead of Stephen van der Helm. So Clayton Williams goes on his winning way. Glenn Cunningham still there in second. Trevor Banks still there in third. Then Stephen van der Helm, and then Simon Giddings. And then coming past. Long journey. Down in the qualifier. So then, Clayton Williams it is, who looks as though he's going to take Clayton Williams who wins. Glenn Cunningham from Bristol in second place. Trevor Banks from Folkestone in third. Then we have Stephen van der Helm, just ahead of Simon Giddings. Back a little way to number 24, Peter Lloyd. In first place, number 27, Clayton Williams. In second place, number 98, Glenn Cunningham. In third place, number 22, Trevor Banks. In fourth place, number 30, Stephen van der Helm. In fifth place, number 179, Simon Giddings. In sixth place, number 24, Peter Lloyd. In seventh place, number 77, Rob Vincent. And in eighth place, number 33, Ian Humphreys. And the winner's time, 1 minute and 40 seconds. 1 minute and 40 seconds. So then they're coming into line. Away, Simon Wigg making a good start on the outside, going for the first bend. And around the outside they go, a faller in the middle there. He hasn't tangled with anybody, so and unlike, oh, we have a red flag. We have a red flag down this end. So then, we'll have to go back and do that again. Presumably, the fallen rider will take a little while to have him and his machine removed from the track, and then we'll see the rerun of race 6. And Simon Wigg, who was going so well in the first run of it, and doing his best to open up that rut, which he's got the back wheel in. Here we go then, we're going to be away in a moment. And Gary Lobb touching the tapes, he's back, we're away. Now then. Well, it's about this point Simon Wigg burst through and took the lead. He hasn't quite got there yet, but now he does, so it's Simon Wigg. Simon Bishop up there in second place. So then, Simon Wigg, the form that's taken him to so many victories all over Europe. The battle on for third place with the European champion Richard Mussen fighting away with Will James, and Will James with a slender advantage over the Richard Mussen. So then, Simon Wigg, Steve Bishop, Richard Mussen, Will James as they come round towards us once again. And Simon Wigg now opened up a little advantage over Steve Bishop, and Richard Mussen pulling away from Will James. And the pressure coming from first running, but he's got David Perry on his heels and a lot of hard work to do to get anywhere near the front of this. Simon Wigg then, out in front of number 34, Steve Bishop, Richard Mussen and Will James. And very long this time around, and the man who should get it surely, the 1993 World Long Track Champion Simon Wigg. In second place, Steve Bishop. In third place, Richard Mussen. In fourth place, Will James. Behind him is Gary Lobb, then David Perry, then Rob Camden. The winner's time of 1 minute 38.9, an average speed of 58.8 for number 25, Simon Wigg. In second place, number 34, Steve Bishop. In third place, number 21, Richard Mussen. In fourth place, number 46, Will James. In fifth place, number 31, Gary Lobb. In sixth place, number 419, David Perry. And in seventh place, number 28, Rob Camden. That time again, 1 minute 38.9, an average speed of 58.8 miles per hour. So here we go then, and we're now expecting Peter Anderson, Michael Strack, Jan Sinegal, David Steen, Thomas Adrussen, and Paul Hurry. So Paul Hurry had a win first time out, so did Michael Strack. How's this going to go this time? Michael Strack, remember, in place of Andre Holterman, replacing his fellow German who was unable to come to the event. Paul Hurry calmly coming down on the BRM. Paul Hurry, of course, riding his Speedway with Arena Essex this year, and in terrific form. So watch the clamps fly up their away. It's Hurry on the outside, down the inside. It was number 1, Jan Senegal. And Paul Hurry powers away from the opposition. A moment as we look across. Oh, and it's all happening on that top bend as we look to our left. Paul Hurry is ahead of the action, but in second place, Jan Senegal. In third place then, number 15 it is, Dave Steen. It looks like Michael Strack is back in fourth place. Paul Hurry it is, in the black and white helmet colour, riding number 10 and going superbly. Still the pressure coming from Jan Senegal and the Czech keeping it up, sitting in fourth place, Michael Strack still. We haven't made up much ground at all. So then, keeping the pressure on from the second spot. David Steen in third as they come round towards us to receive the last lap flag. And Michael Strack still in that fourth place, and these four now quite a way ahead of number 3, Peter Anderson. And it's Paul Hurry looking to have this under control. Heading for a second victory here this afternoon. Paul Hurry wins. In second place, Jan Senegal. In third place, David Steen. And in fourth place, Michael Strack. In fifth place, number 8, Thomas Adrossen. And behind him, number 3, Peter Anderson. In first place, number 10, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 1, Jan Senegal. In third place, number 15, David Steen. In fourth place, number 17, Michael Strack. In fifth place, number 8, Thomas Androssen. And in sixth place, number 3, Michael Anderson. And the winner's time, 1 minute 40.8. 1 minute 40.8, an average speed of 57.7 miles per hour. Failed to score in his first outing, had a machinery problem. We're looking for number 16, Stefan Dano, who also had a machinery problem. He's there right on the inside with the red helmet colour. The gate goes up, they're away. In the middle, Eric Dreyer making another good start. Will he hang on in there? It's Eric Dreyer as they go round the far bend there in the white helmet colour with the advantage. It looks like Reed Morton's right there with him as well. In fact, Reed Morton's struck trouble, is dropping back by the second and drops back to last place. So then, Eric Dreyer, I think, with the advantage once again, going for a second win here this afternoon as he leads this one. In second place, Gerard Koch, who's going so well here, the former Dutch youth champion, riding well in that second start, holding off the opposition. Try and pick up what had happened to Shane Parker, but certainly isn't figuring out the way that we expected that he would. So then, out in front, Eric Dreyer, Gerard Koch in second. Stefan Dano having a bit of a hectic moment, but battling to try and come through. Dano then really having a bad, but not quite making it. Got back quite a long way now, seem to have trouble on that. So then, out in front, it's Eric Dreyer from the Netherlands. And as we look anxiously to our left, it's still Gerard Koch from the Netherlands in second place. In third place, number 16, Stefan Dano, and behind him, number 13, Shane Parker. So then, are we going to see any changes in that second, third, and fourth place? Unhappy Reed Mortensen goes past, the man who's been in 2 finals, having problems clearly in this race, but knowing he needs to keep scoring points. Victory then for Eric Dreyer. In second place, coming through, Stefan Dano, then Gerald Koch, and then Parker. In first place, number 5, Eric Dreyer. In second place, number 16, Stefan Dano. In third place, number 9, Gerald Koch. In fourth place, number 13, Shane Parker. In fifth place, number 2, Huey Gessner. And in sixth place, number 12, Rain Mortensen. And the winner's time was 1 minute 43.7. 1 minute 43.7. Here we go then, everybody keen to get away, waiting on that start. Being held, the gate goes up, and right on the outside here, a lot of grip for Andy Parker. And into the lead, it looked to me as though Johnny Anderson was making up for that delay to get a helmet colour. Drops back to second place. It looks like Colin White. Johnny Anderson has been across to the far side. So then, Colin White seeking to emulate Paul Hurry with a victory. Colin White then out in front. John Anderson in second place. And Andy Parker going well too in amongst that gaggle of competitors. Trying to break away from the opposition. That opposition headed by Johnny Anderson, and he's keeping only a metre or two back. In third place then, Andy Parker continuing that good run with Daniel Boak in behind him. So Andy Parker making the most of it. Look at the battle on the far side. Is he going to get it? Colin White has the advantage of the line. It's a long, long way round for Johnny Anderson. Let's see if he can get there. He's really going for it as they head into the last lap. So it's Johnny Anderson in front, Colin White in second place. In third place, Andy Parker. Behind him, number 6, Daniel Boak. So then, out in front, Johnny Anderson. Qualifying race. The checker flag goes out. Victory then for Johnny Anderson. Colin White in second place. And third place, coming through just Thierry Bouin with a splendid challenge on the follows. In first place, number 14, Johnny Anderson. In second place, number 11, Colin White. In third place, number 18, Thierry Bouin. In fourth place, number 6, Daniel Boak. In fifth place, number 7, Andy Parker. And in sixth place, number 4, Kevin Buck. 1 minute 45.6. The average speed there, 55 miles per hour. So 14, 11, 18, 6, 7 and 4. And across the gym to take us through races 10, 11 and 12, the Berks Bonanza sidecar first leg.
Well, thanks Tony. I think after all that time you do need to take a bit of a break, don't you? Now you can enjoy the start of the sidecar competition. That's always a good start, isn't it, when you start using a microphone, it packs up on you in the first couple of seconds. Well, let's hope the day doesn't continue like that for me, because I know we're in for a cracking sidecar competition this afternoon. Look at the lineup we've got for the very first race of the day. In the sidecar competition, of course, you've got Alan and John Blewitts out there, you've got Steve Smith rustling, and it is rustling that's actually got to the front as they go into that first bend. Well, indeed, the first time really this year we've seen all the big sidecars together, and Steve Smith, we know, has done a lot of work during the winter. Rustling and for Urycz look as immaculate as they always do. We know again they've done a lot of work during the closed season, and we wonder what they have in fact got in store for us. Ken Lane at the back of the field at the moment, and indeed Alan and John Blewitts, not where we expect to see them, but right up at the front in very good form at the moment. Rustling and for Urycz being pursued by Steve Smith and Keith Wall. It's those two that have got away in third place. You can see that we've got number 1. That of course is Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. And Neville Penfold and Paul Randall trying to close on those two. Oh, the gap's starting to open up, but Steve Smith determined to close that gap at the front. Rustling really flying down that back straight. It's there that he seems to get the advantage. Steve Smith does look to catch him in the corners, but it's down the straights that Rustling does look to have that extra bit of power. We watch to see them go into the last lap this time, and you can see that Steve Smith is so much closer this time. As Rustling hit a problem, I wonder, because Steve Smith seemed to fly by him past me. And it's now Steve Smith and Keith Wall that have got to the front. Rustling and Paul Urycz are still there in second place, though. No change to third at the moment, but Ken Lane has done well to work his way through into fourth place to get around Neville Penfold and Paul Randall. And I just think that he's going to be pushing to the line on the back wheel of Craig Cheatham. But as they come to the line, the first race of the day is a win for Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Rustling and Paul Urycz get second. Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds do hang on to that third place, and it's Ken Lane that pulls up into that fourth spot. First race of the Berks Bonanza sidecar competition, and a good win to start the day off for outfit number 2. That of course is the outfit of Steve Smith and Keith Wall. In second place, outfit number 6, Rustling and passenger Paul Urycz. In third place, outfit number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. Fourth place goes to outfit number 7, Ken Lane and Mark Edwards. Fifth place, outfit number 12, Neville Penfold and Paul Randall. And the sixth and final place to outfit number 3, Alan and John Blewitts. The winning time was 1:48.2. They tell me that is an average speed of 53.7 miles an hour. So 1:48.2 the time for the first sidecar race of the afternoon. Riding number 18 this afternoon, Pete Dyer is riding number 19. Gary Jackson and passenger Kevin Williams ride as 23, and Rob Wilson and Vince Jones ride as number 24. Well, I ought to make that quick correction there, shouldn't I? That was a step back into the past. Number 24, Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. Of course, Tony Miles riding for Rob Wilson this season. They've already got themselves to the line. And away we go. We're looking for Gary Jackson. That's his outfit on the inside. It's got the front wheel in the air. Everyone made it to that first corner. It looks like John Halsey has made the best of the run into that first bend. We're watching to see them come round. It could be Pete Dyer that's there. I can see Gary Jackson on the inside. As we watched him come towards me, it was indeed John Halsey that made the best of it. Gary Jackson tries to go through on the inside of him and does so as they go into that pit bend for the first time. Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones right up there in third place. Gap's starting to open up a little bit further down the field, but Gary Jackson, who we know has got this very, very quick Yamaha, gets himself into that top bend. Now away from John Halsey, and John Halsey coming under pressure from Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones as they come into that bend. Well, as they coming under pressure, you can see that Ivor Matthews has indeed now passed John Halsey. It's Pete Dyer that's up in fourth, but under pressure, as you can see, going to that bottom bend from Steve Wright. Well, those having their own battle at the back of the field, but really there's no question about the leader at the moment. He has got an incredible lead as he goes to that top corner. Gary Jackson on real top form this afternoon. This is one title that I know he's never won, and he would love to win it. As he goes past us into the last lap, he's already got an incredible lead on our British Masters champions, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. They hold second. They look to have that comfortably at the moment, but you never quite know as they go down that back straight for the last time. Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams, it is that come off that top end. A lot more of a lead than I think they would have expected to have. There's a good fight going on for that third place as we watch the checkered flag being raised. Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams take that checkered flag. Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones finish in second, and it was indeed outfit number 18 that got to the line in third spot, Steve Wright and Gary Wright. What a cracking start to the day for the winners of race 11, outfit number 23. That of course is Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. In second place, outfit number 15, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. In third place, outfit number 18, and it was just on the line, Steve Wright and Gary Wright. In fourth place, outfit number 13, John Halsey and Darryl Dwyer. In fifth place, number 19, Pete Dyer. And the winning time, would you believe, 1:39.8. That is an average of 58.2 miles an hour, so an increase in the average speed of 5 miles an hour on that race 10 time. As we turn our attention to race 12, quite a few of the crowd's favourites in this one. Of course, Roger Measor, the local rider, I think we can say, from this area. Very, very experienced indeed on that, the Yamaha, passengered by Shane Lapham. Number 55, Jerry Adams and Paul Baisby. Well, that's a new combination for this year. Equally, it's a new outfit. They bought an outfit off of Dave Steen, who I'm sure a lot of you will recognise as a very experienced driver on the grass track circuits. Jerry Adams and Paul Baysby had a very successful outing last Sunday at an exceptional event down at the Tunbridge circuit. I think if the rest of the meetings at Tunbridge this year go off like that one, we're in for a cracking season down at that circuit, that's for sure. But as we look to the far side, it's Roger Measor that's made the gate. Phil Pittman has gone with him going into that first bend. But it is outfit number 51, the Roger Measor and Shane Lapham, that come off that first bend exactly where they would want to be, right in front of the rest of the field. Lennon Ray Foreman, it is up in third place. John Hiscock in the fourth spot at the moment, being pursued by Jerry Adams. But as we look to the far side, it's Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. They will be determined to get a win first time out this afternoon. That, of course, makes it that little bit easier in terms of putting pressure on the rest of the field. Nice to have a win first time out. And as he goes past us, he really doesn't look like being caught. Phil Pittman and passenger Gary Lane riding well in second place at the moment. Lennon Ray Foreman still there in third. John Hiscock and Tony Bemister holding fourth, but only just from Jerry Adams in fifth place. Jerry Adams and Paul Baysby trying to close the gap. Will they go through on the inside? They indeed get themselves up into fourth place, and already both those outfits have closed in on Lennon Ray Foreman. As we see the last lap flag go out, there's no question about Roger Measor and Shane Lapham leading. Phil Pittman and Gary Lane doing well in second place. But this is where I think the change might happen. You can see that Jerry Adams has closed right up on the back wheel of Lennon Ray Foreman. He seemed to take an age to get past John Hiscock, although John was determined not to let him by. But now he's caught up, and indeed he goes after Lennon Ray Foreman. That's where I think you ought to watch, because he moves through on the inside. He's going for third spot as we see the checkered flag go for Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. Phil Pittman and Gary Lane get second, and as they come to the line, is it going to be? Yes, it is indeed. Jerry Adams and passenger Paul Baysby that take third in front of Lennon Ray Foreman. Well, as I thought, race 11 looked very quick indeed. Wait till you hear the time and speed for race 12. It's a win for outfit number 51. That, of course, is Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. In second place, outfit number 90, Phil Pittman and Gary Lane. In third place, number 55, Jerry Adams and Paul Baysby. In fourth place, number 149, Lennon Ray Foreman. In fifth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Tony Bemister. Sixth place taken by number 80, Mike Keep and Ken Hollyfield. The time, 1:38.1, so he's chipped a bit off that time. It averages 59.2 miles an hour.
Look at the competitors lining up for race 13 on your program. We're looking for Thierry Bouin, David Steen, Andy Parker, Reen Mortensen, Yuri Gessner and Jan Senegal. We've just noticed that Jan Senegal got on his back wheel disc Václav Werner, so written on there. So. So Jan Senegal on the outside, just inside him, Yuri Gessner, who has not had a happy afternoon with it. Again, goes up, they're away. Down through the middle, it was Reen Mortensen who made a good start. David Steen up there. Pulling gently away from him. And Yuri Gessner again, well back, not having a happy afternoon, I'm afraid. So there, number one it is, Jan Senegal, who made that super start. David Steen into second place. Made a good start there. So then, still out in front, Jan Senegal, still ahead of David Steen. Then coming through, Reen Mortensen. Quite a struggle going on. Coming out in front of it. continues. So Jan Senegal, the Czech really going well here, staying ahead of David Steen now, who's got the edge in the battle for third place. Well, as they went past us, it was Reen Mortensen, but Andy Parker was in there as well. Great struggle going on. Thierry Bouin separated by much. And the checker flag this time around, so we look for the leader. Jan Senegal it is, who's going to get there. In second place, it's David Steen, as it's been for the last few laps. Who's going to get third place? A good battle there. Reen Mortensen gets third, just ahead of Thierry Bouin of race 13. In first place, number 1, Jan Senegal. In second place, number 15, David Steen. In third place, number 12, Reen Mortensen. In fourth place, number 18, Thierry Bouin. In fifth place, number 7, Andy Parker. And in sixth place, number 2, Huey Gessner. And the winner's time, 1 minute and 43 seconds. 1 minute and 43 seconds. An average speed of 56.4 miles per hour. Well, Kevin Buck there having a good look at some international competition. I suspect he's not seen many of these guys before. Okay, it goes up, it looks like it's a clean start. Kevin Buck down the outside. Looked like Colin White made a good one as well as we look across to the far side. But out in front there. Eric Dreyer in second place. The two unbeaten competitors here this afternoon, so who's going to come out in top in this one? Well, Paul Hurry's made the better of the starts. Eric Dreyer still there in second place. Stefan Dano in third. And Paul Hurry really motoring for home here. So Paul Hurry then really showing the sort of form we were hoping for in this championship. Eric Dreyer still in second. In third place, number 16, Stefan Dano, and just in behind him, Michael Strack. Hurry still with a handsome advantage over Eric Dreyer in second place, but we've still got a lap to go yet. Still in third place, Stefan Dano, a little way back to fourth place man, number 17, Michael Strack. Just behind him, Colin White. And Paul Hurry then. Which he's extended during that last lap, I think. So Paul Hurry then. Victory for him in this race. Eric Dreyer hangs on in second spot, at least that's what it looked from my point of view. Stefan Dano in third. Number 10, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 5, Eric Dreyer. In third place, number 16, Stefan Dano. In fourth place, number 17, Michael Strack. In fifth place, number 11, Colin White. And in sixth place, number 4, Kevin Buck. And the winner's time, 1 minute, 41.9. So then, Johnny Anderson, Gerard Koch, both scoring steadily. Shane Parker, Daniel Boak, Peter Anderson, Thomas Hadrossen. Those are the people we're looking for in race 15. Well, as we said, John Anderson on 7, Gerard Koch on 7, so an interesting situation between these two in race 15. There goes up, they're away. And it looked like the white helmet of Shane Parker, who in fact made the best of the starts. Indeed it is Shane Parker with the advantage as we look across to the far side, and Gerald Koch, I think it is. In fourth place, Peter Anderson. Lots of Andersons in this game, aren't there? So then, meanwhile, out in front, number 13 it is, Shane Parker. And Shane Parker really now flying, staying ahead of Gerard Cock. Gerard Cock's had a good afternoon here, been very consistent. Gerard Cock, he'll be keen to keep in his wheel tracks. And back a little way already to Peter Anderson. Now then, Shane Parker, the Australian Speedway man, really going well now, which makes us wonder whether he had problems earlier on in his earlier outings. Look at that. No way of trying to roll him in. He's not making big inroads yet, and Johnny Anderson's on his heels, but they're fighting for it. So right in front then, Shane Parker, Gerard Cock, Johnny Anderson, and a little way back then to number 3, Peter Anderson. Trouble over there for Johnny Anderson. Johnny Anderson in trouble. He's slow. He's going to have to leg it round to finish. Tragedy there for him. Victory then for Shane Parker. Gerard Cock in second place. We have a 4 on the right hand side. In third place now, number 3, Peter Anderson, and behind him, number 6, Daniel Boak. The time is over, I'm afraid. So very, very bad luck there for Johnny Anderson. A sympathetic round of applause. He ran so well too. The results then of race 15. In first place, number 13, Shane Parker. In second place, number 9, Gerard Cock. In third place, number 3, Pete Anderson. And in fourth place, number 6, Daniel Boak. And the winner's time was 1 minute and 45 seconds. 1 minute 45 seconds. Rob Fortunate by the line. Rob, who was unbeaten in last year's European final at Enram, and then unfortunately was brought off and had a visit to hospital. Fortunately only well shaken up, but it really was in tremendous form at the time, and we had both Rob and Richard Mussen really looking like they were contenders. Rob, unfortunately, as I said, ended up in the hospital. Richard went on to take the championship. This year, Rob riding the World Long Track. There we have Simon Wigg with us. No, we haven't. It's Dean Garton, in fact, is out there in front. And on the line, in problems, Peter Lloyd. So it's Dean Garton in there, riding number 26. Banks, once again, doesn't seem to have gated terribly well, sitting in 4th spot at the moment. As we look to our left, and it looks like it's Clayton Williams who's back out in front, going for a second win of the afternoon. Clayton Williams in front. Rob Fortune in second place. Trevor Banks now up to 3rd. Mark Seabright is 4th. Well, Clayton Williams really... And he's in absolutely terrific form here. So it's Clayton Williams then, from Dimmock in Gloucestershire, leading this one. Rob Fortune from Long Eaton in second place. Trevor Banks and folks in 3rd. Then Richard Mussen, then back a little bit to Mark Seabright. And behind him, number 28, Rob Camden. Then Clayton Williams with the advantage. One more lap to go. Clayton Williams in front. Rob Fortune in second. Trevor Banks looking for that second spot. Sitting in 3rd at the moment. Richard Mussen in 4th. And Richard Mussen to go round that bottom there. Second place goes to Rob Fortune. And he make it round the outside. Tries the outside. He'll probably try and switch lines. No, Trevor Banks coming the long, long way round. Clayton Williams is the win. Who's going to get second place? Rob Fortune goes for Fortune. Banks, Mussen was the way it looked to me, but we'll wait for the official verdict on that one. In first place, number 27, Clayton Williams. In second place, number 23, Rob Fortune. In third place, number 22, Trevor Banks. In fourth place, number 21, Richard Mussen. In fifth place, number 167, Mark Seabright. In sixth place, number 28, Rob Camden. And in seventh place, number 26, Dean Garton. So the numbers read 27, 23, 22, 21, 167, 28, and 26. And a winner's time then of 1 minute 39.3, 58.5 miles per hour. Well, we have Steve Schofield meeting Trevor Doncaster again in this one, as they did in their first outing. Steve Bishop right on the outside, up goes the gate, Bishop makes a good, and Scurry doesn't make a good start at all. Steve Schofield's got a little bit too much drive, it picked up, and he really didn't get away in his usual rocket-like fashion there. Right in second place. Gary Doncaster, Steve Bishop back a little way to Gary Lobb and Stephen van der Helm in behind him in fourth place. Well, we're looking for Steve Schofield sitting in sixth. Nearer to the front. So then it's still Jeremy Doncaster. Recently moved to Ipswich Speedway from Reading. Still in third place, it's Gary Lobb. And still in fourth place, Stephen van der Helm. Well, Jeremy Doncaster then staying ahead of Steve Bishop and Gary Lobb. And Stephen van der Helm and Mark Chessel. Rob Vincent, and Jeremy Doncaster, but surely Jeremy Doncaster has this under control. Goes to the flag. Jeremy Doncaster then it is who wins. Steve Bishop in second place. In third place, number 31 Gary Lobb, just ahead of number 30 Stephen van der Helm. Then back a little way to Steve Schofield. In first place, number 32 Jeremy Doncaster. In second place, number 34, Steve Bishop. In third place, number 31, Gary Lobb. In fourth place, number 30, Stephen van der Helm. In fifth place, number 29, Steve Schofield. And in sixth place, number 77, Rob Vincent. And the winner's time, 1 minute 42.9. 1 minute 42.9, an average speed of 56.5 miles per hour. Green letters of Simon Wigg. Riding, of course, number 25 today with that very obvious machine. I keep trying to turn Dean Garton into Simon Wigg. I'm a bit worried about this. Colin Earl, who had a bit of bad luck earlier on, anxious, circling around. They're all being called in. David Perry with the antic down on the footrest. Will James just looking down at the gearbox. Colin Earl coming into line. I think we're looking as though we could have a start this time. Gate goes up. Will James makes a good start down the outside, but Simon Wigg will make a better one up through the left-hand side, but he doesn't. It's Will James who leads. Simon Wigg in second place. And Simon Wigg guzzles his elbow down. And in front again. Will James hard on his heels. Can he hang on in there? Simon Wigg then, the World Long Track champion, showing us the sort of form that took him to those 4-time World Long Track titles. Will James in second, Andy Sell in third, Vince Kinchin in fourth. Well, one has to say that so, Simon Wigg then, with already a big advantage over Will James and Andy Sell, and back a little way to number 98, Glenn Cunningham. David Perry behind him. One more lap to go for Simon Wigg. Will James, with Andy Sell getting closer, Glenn Cunningham in there, then David Perry, then Simon Giddings, then back a little way to Colin Earl, and Colin not very happy at the moment, obviously. Then it's Simon Wigg, number 25, right out on his own, heading for the checkered flag victory then for number 25, Simon Wigg. In second place, Andy Sell. In third place, Will James. And a desperately close thing for fourth place with Glenn Cunningham and David Perry. We have the details on the semi-finals with us very shortly. In first place, number 25, Simon Wigg. In second place, number 50, Andy Sell. In third place, number 46, Will James. In fourth place, by a very slim margin, number 98, Glenn Cunningham. In fifth place, number 419, David Perry. In sixth place, number 179, Simon Giddings. In seventh place, number 172, Colin Earl. Oh, we haven't got a time at the moment for race 18. There we go then, the first semi-final for the European Grasstrack Final Qualifier. Here we go. Problems out there for number 18, Jerry Boer, but he gets away eventually. The helmet colour is not showing up as well as it might because it's lifted from the front of his helmet, but it's Paul Hurry who's out in front. In second place it's Colin White. In third place Gerard Cox. So these three on the way, but quite a battle going on for that third place. So Shane Parker is sitting in fourth place as the leader, comes round again, and it's Paul Hurry out in front. Colin White in second place, and look at Gerard Cock battling away with Shane Parker. Shane Parker on the inside, Gerard Cock now back to fourth place. Only a metre or two between these as they battle on in the semi-finals. Paul Hurry then right to our left. Coming down towards us for the last lap flag, disappears briefly from our view and then reappears to charge across the line. Still Colin White in second place. Shane Parker in third. Looks like Thierry Bouin up into fifth place. So then the leader now. The opposition as he comes in for the second. Victory then surely for number 10, Paul Hurry, as he crosses the line. In second place, Colin White. In third place, Shane Parker, followed by Gerard Cock. Grasstrack Championship qualifier as follows. In first place, number 10, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 11, Colin White. In third place, number 13, Shane Parker. In fourth place, number 9, Gerard Cock. In fifth place, number 18, Thierry Bouin. And in sixth and final place, number 6, Daniel Boat. And the winner's time, 1 minute 40.9, 57.6. Those numbers read 10, 11, 13, 9, 18 and 6. Well, Eric Dreyer, the main challenger to Paul Hurry here this afternoon. And it goes in this one. He's getting some help. They're having a look at the machinery across there on the start line. Got the starting marshals helping. Seems happy, goes into line. They're being called in. Interesting, they watch the sliding path of the gates. Number 14, it looked to me as though Stefan Dano made a good start. Looking across the path. So out in front, number 1, Jan Senegal. Ahead of number 16, Stefan Dano. Stefan Dano is going really well from the Czech Republic with the advantage. And we're looking at Dave Steen in third place, trying to close up, and Johnny Anderson in fourth. But meanwhile then, going for victory here, Jan Senegal. And it's a disappointing Eric Dreyer, he's a little way back in this one. I haven't got the points in front of me, whether you have enough points to take him through to the final. He may, but usually in this sort of competition you've got to keep on scoring in all your races. Right then, out in front still. Number 1, Jan Senegal. And Dave Steen up into... Eric Dreyer in trouble to our left. So the checker flag goes out. Victory for Jan Senegal. David Steen in second place. In third place, Stefan Dano. 20 with 2 non-finishers. In first place, number 1, Jan Senegal. In second place, number 15, Dave Steen. In third place, number 16, Stefan Dano. And in fourth place, number 14, Johnny Anderson. Winner's time 1 minute 43.2, an average speed of 56.3 miles per hour. Those numbers then 1, 15, 16 and 14.
Tony, indeed, it looks as if that international competition is going to be quite interesting to see that final, because I think we are well represented, but I've only been doing it unofficially on the points. I'm sure everybody else around the circuit has as well. We'll wait for that official confirmation. And Peter Jones had a second place. Craig Cheetham and Clive Reynolds had a third place, but that's the highest we can get. The others are 4th, 5th and 6th places, and Ken Allen and John Blewett improve on that. They had a disastrous start to the day. They've had a good start this time, but they're back in third place. It's Craig Cheetham and Clive Reynolds that have made the best of the start into that first corner. If they come round past us for the first time, remember they had a third place first time out. Lennon Ray Foreman going well this afternoon, chase after them into that pit bend. But keeping my eye on Alan and John Blewett, they're in third place at the moment. They'll be desperate to try and make a much better result this time. A disastrous result first time out. They want to get some points under their belt. But look at Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. They were back in 5th place, moving through in the 4th spot now as they come round off this top end. There's problems on the far side for Mike Keep. He's falling in the centre of the circuit, so no points for him this time. And it is Alan and John Blewett now going through on the inside, looking to make a gap between them and Lennon Ray Foreman. They get through on the inside, get up into second place, and now they go after Craig Cheetham. But Craig Cheetham looks to be in excellent form as he goes into that top corner. He's going to take some catching. Alan and John Blewett, I said, were determined to have a go in this one. They need some good points. They've turned it on and indeed have got up into second place as they go into the last lap. Lennon Ray Foreman still third. Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones now closing in on them. They're holding 4th at the moment and looking to try and get up into that 3rd spot. Disappointing start to the season for Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. Get a second first time out. This a 4th place for Craig Cheetham and Clive Reynolds. Going well at the moment. Come round off that top end. They'll see the checkered flag this time as they come to us. That's a good result for Craig Cheetham. Excellent points from him for his second ride. Alan and John Blewett do a lot better with a second, and Lennon Ray Foreman finishing in 3rd spot. You've all got number 1 in first place. That, of course, was a win for Craig Cheetham and Clive Reynolds. In second place, outfit number 3, ridden by Alan and John Blewett. In third place, number 149, Lennon Ray Foreman. 4th place goes to number 15, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. 5th place there, number 19, that's Pete Dyer. And, of course, no finishing there for 6th place. Might keep pulling up at the early part of the race. The winning time, 141.1, 141.9, that equates to a 57.5 average speed, 57.5. As we look to race 22, just wondering, Tony, have we advertised Grasstrack at all this afternoon? I know they've been going around selling the raffle tickets, but they've got a stand here as well, haven't they?
Well, I did mention it early on, Jim, but it's never too late to mention Grasstrack because we've got an interval coming up, and I'm sure a lot of people like to support Grasstrack's stall. As I said, we've got a raffle, we've got various other things going on that stall, which is to our left. And you've been down there spending your money already, I understand, so they're doing okay, but they can always do with a little more help because, of course, that money goes to the Injured Riders Fund.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I think they do very well out of me as the whole season goes on, but there we are. One of the problems of having so many kids, I suppose. Race 22, the Berks Bonanza sidecar competition, and we look to see what they've done so far. Tremendous line-up in this one. Steve Smith, riding number 2, has had a win already this afternoon. Roger Measor put that exceptional time up in his first ride. He's had a win so far, and as we get underway, will it be a straight scrap between those two, or is anybody else going to get involved? It looks as if there's problems for Roger Measor on the far side. I can see Shane's hand going in the air, and Roger indeed coasts down that first straight. So no, it won't be a scrap between Steve Smith and Roger Measor. We've got everybody else in contention again, and great to see Rob Wilson out in front. He scored no points at all first time out. He pulled off into the centre of the circuit with mechanical problems. But good to see that Rob Wilson and Tony Miles have got things sorted out, and they're now out in front of Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Ken Lane is the rider that's up there in third place at the moment, trying to put pressure. But look who's back in fourth, Steve and Gary Wright. Now they were in that sort of position in their first ride. They came through and got up into a good result at the end of the day. We wonder if they're going to do the same thing again. Ken Lane closing the gap slightly on Steve Smith. Still quite a considerable gap between first and second though. Rob Wilson and Tony Miles determined to hang on to this one. But again, Ken Lane starts to close on Steve Smith. Oh, I'd say the gap was opening up. Steve Smith certainly closing that top bend. Ken Lane having a go on the inside though to try and get through on Steve Smith. Steve Smith equally having a go to try and take that lead. Well, Ken Lane goes for the inside line. You can see exactly what's happening. Steve Smith is trying to get round Rob Wilson. By trying to get round Rob Wilson, he's leaving gaps for Ken Lane to go for. That always makes an interesting corner, because you can see Ken Lane will be watching which way Steve Smith goes. He'll actually be trying to get away round Rob Wilson. As they come off that top corner, they come to the line. It's going to be a win for Rob Wilson, is it? Just on the line, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles take it from Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Ken Lane and Mark Edwards finishing in third. Steve and Gary Wright crossing the line in fourth. Well, there's a lot of local support. Sorry to see that Roger Measor and Shane Lapham are pushing the outfit back. We hope that's no permanent damage, and we hope to see him out in the third leg. But a win, and a very good win, very needed indeed for outfit number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In second place, outfit number 2, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. In third place, outfit number 7, Ken Lane and Mark Edwards. Fourth place, number 18, Steve and Gary Wright. And fifth place there, number 90, Phil Pittman and Gary Lane. No sixth finisher, of course. The winning time, 1:38.6. That equates to 58.9 miles an hour. So we look quickly to race 23. We've got the remaining competitors coming out for their second ride. We've seen 2 of the first place riders from the first leg. We now get a chance to see in action once again that other winner, Gary Jackson, of course. He rides number 23, put up a very, very quick time first time out. Up against Rustling and Paul Urycz, perhaps they finished second first time out. Third place finisher was Jerry Adams. With a fourth was John Halsey, and then 2 fifth place finishers, Neville Penfold and John Hiscock. So, a lot of riders wanting to improve on their first leg performances. Gary Jackson hoping, of course, that he can secure a very strong position to get him into those semi-finals. Oh, they don't quite look so keen to get into that start line this time. They've obviously all been sitting in that pit box watching that Roger had pulled off into the centre of the circuit. They know that leathers of Rustling and Paul Urycz are up in second, but it is the flying Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams that have got to the corner first. They come round off that first bend. Gary Jackson in tremendous form this afternoon. He really is flying on this outfit of his. John Hiscock going better this time, up in third place. Neville Penfold holding fourth. John Halsey's back, fighting with Jerry Adams for that fourth place. But as we look to the front, really Gary Jackson now winding his outfit up as he goes down that back straight. Rustling and Paul Urycz, no answer to him at the moment, trying to gain ground on him, but really they're losing ground all the time. John Hiscock and Tony Bemister still in third place. Watching those outfits go away from, I said they were in third place, but Neville Penfold comes through on the inside of them. So Neville Penfold and Paul Randall having a better ride this time. They come through into third place as they go around that pit bend for the second time and up the back straight. They equally would have seen the riders going away from them up at the front. It's quite a lead that Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams have got as they go round past us into the last lap. Oh, Always admire the way that Kevin Williams sits up when he goes down the straight. He almost looks as if he's out for a Sunday afternoon jaunt. He never looks as if he's putting any effort into it. You watch the style of that passenger. Paul Urycz, another one as well. When you watch him on the back of Rustling, he's very rarely moves into massive form. He just gets himself exactly the right place where he needs to be. As we come round towards the checkered flag, it is going to be another good win for Gary Jackson. 2 rides, 2 wins. Rustling and Paul Urycz take second. Neville Penfold and Paul Randall take third. And John Hiscock and Tony Bemister cross the line in 4th place. Win once again for Gary Jackson and passenger Kevin Williams. Outfit number 23 it is that goes in 1st place. In 2nd, outfit number 6, Rustling and Paul Urycz. In 3rd place, number 12, Neville Penfold and Paul Randall. 4th place, number 184, John Hiscock and Tony Bemister. 5th place, number 13, John Halsley, and of course his new passenger for this season, Darryl Dwyer. In 6th place there, number 55, Jerry Adams and Paul Baseby. The winning time, 1:38.1. That equates to 59.2 miles an hour. It's very, very quick out there on the sidecars this afternoon. 1:38.1 the time.